You know, I didn't tell you this last time, Barack, but you remember when we went to McDonald's last week?
Yeah, what about it?
When I ordered that 20-piece chicken McNugget meal, they actually gave me 21 pieces instead.
Good for you. Well, for me, I specifically ordered a quarter pounder with cheese, but they forgot the cheese.
Truly a McDonald's moment.
I'm still pissed off the fact that their ice cream machine wasn't working that day. I was really looking forward to that. At least their poutine was bussin' though.
But not as bussin' as what we're about to do today, Joe.
And what do you mean by that?
We're making a Genshin Impact SMASH or Pass tier list. Enemy Mobs edition.
You're really running out of ideas there, Barack.
Let me assure you guys that this list is better than the Genshin Lakes tier list suggested by Donald last time.
I disagree with that. You just don't see the beauty of the water that flows in Teyvat.
You know, that would have been a nice April Fool's video idea, but I guess we can't do it anymore since it's already past that date.
Anyways, we got to get starting soon. This list is quite long.
All right then, let's just get this over with.
Okay, first up on the list, we have the slimes.
Brutal smash.
What the hell, Joe? They're slimes.
But Donald, did you know that in terms of male human and enemy mob mating, hydro slimes are the most compatible type in terms of breeding? Not only are they in the...
I'm sorry, Joe, but that is definitely the most unhinged thing you've ever said.
Funny thing is that he was probably about to go on a 12-page essay to defend his point, too.
Maybe letting him know about Genshin was a mistake all along. But anyways, I'll be placing the slimes into the hard pass tier.
I agree.
Next, we have the Hillicurls.
That was totally uncalled for, Barack.
Well, the same can be said on your statement about the slimes.
You didn't even finish listening to my speech.
We're done discussing about the slimes, okay? We need to move on to the next mob.
Donald's right. So anyways, what do you guys think of Hillicurls?
Now, I've seen enough hentai to know that these Hillicurls mean business when it comes to smashing.
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, they are kind of like the faceless characters in hentai.
Quite literally. They are the most vanilla you can get, honestly. I'd put them into the maybe tier.
Same.
I'll agree to that as well. What about the unusual Hillicurl?
Smash!
Any particular reason why?
I think you underestimate the toys that this dude holds inside his briefcase.
Sometimes I do think Donald and I share the same brain cells.
Hard to argue with that logic. Smash tier he goes then. Thoughts on Midicurls?
Now, if Hillicurls are the faceless characters in hentai, then these Mitacurls are the GigaChad version of them. I'd smash for sure.
Well, the thing is, you're going to be the one getting smashed if you go at it with these guys.
I can somewhat agree with that. Smash tier it is. Now what about the Samacurls?
Brutal smash.
What?
Hard pass.
For a second there, I was about to give this guy another mute. I'll place him into hard pass too. What about the Lawachurl?
Now, if you guys ever seen Eula X Lawachurl, you'd know where I would place him. Brutal smash!
I think you're mistaken, Donald. In real life, the Lawachurl's meat stick will split your body in half.
And here you call me crazy. Hard pass for me.
I think there's only a slight potential with the Lawachurl, though. I'll put him in the pass tier.
I can't believe you actually sided with Joe here, Barack.
Now onto the Abyss Heralds and Lectors.
Now, from the Lector's perspective, you can imagine all the voodoo magic they can do onto you, right? I'd smash.
I can see what you're getting at there, Joe, but you also have to account for the Abyss Heralds, too.
Well, from the Herald's perspective, they'd probably rip you to shreds with their sharp claws.
Now, that is definitely true. I'll put the Lector into the maybe tier because I feel like he would put a curse on your meat stick. As for the Herald, I'll pass on him.
I can agree with that.
Sounds fair.
Now, what do we think about the Abyss Mages?
These Abyss Mages kind of remind me of those lollies, not gonna lie.
Really, Joe?
Yeah, these are hard pass for me.
You guys just haven't seen their gang woo spells.
This guy has been reading too many Abyss Mage dojins.
Donald, surely you remember what that Abyss Mage did to Ether in Barbara's curse removal, right? Why do you guys always feel the need to ignore me sometimes?
Anyways, now we're on to the Rift Hounds.
I ain't a furry. Hard pass.
Yeah, I'm not into gore either.
What do you mean by gore?
You know, they make you bleed if they touch you, right?
Joe's actually got a good point there.
That's very true. Hard pass it is. Now on to the Serpent Knights.
You guys ever wonder what's beneath that armor they're wearing?
Aren't they just ghosts underneath it?
Who knows? But the fact that these guys have lost most of their humanity kind of freaks me out a little.
I'd say pass. I'm not smashing no zombies.
Yeah, it's a pass for me too, Barack.
They will be going into the pass tier then. Now we have the Treasure Hoarders.
It's about goddamn time we have some normal choices for this tier list.
Well, I wouldn't say they are exactly normal, though. They're thieves.
Compared to everything else so far, at least they're human Joe.
I still wouldn't smash these guys, though. I'd pass.
Don't forget about the female treasure hoarders, though. That's a smash for me.
Fair point. I'll go with the maybe tier in that case.
I also agree with the maybe tier, seeing how we got some more weirder mobs to rate down the list.
Surely it can't get that bad, right? Right?
Anyways, next on the list are these samurai dudes from Inazuma.
Oh, so they're like treasure hoarders, but Japanese? I'll also pass on this one.
While that may be true, these guys look like they know how to handle a good smashing session. I mean, just look at them.
I have a slight feeling that Donald just likes working with the bandits.
I can assure you that this is not the real reason, Joe.
I just want to point out that we will be the ones getting smashed if we're being placed in front of these dudes.
Not to mention that there's no female samurais this time around.
But regardless, I feel like we should at least put them in the smash tier, as they look more capable for smashing compared to those wimpy treasure hoarders.
That is a fair point. Smash tier is where they will go. Now we have the Fatui. We will start with the Legionnaire.
Kind of reminds me of Donald. Only difference is that this Fatui has a brain.
Hey, now, don't compare me to that ugly bastard looking like Fatso.
Don't you think that's going a little bit over?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to smash someone that reminds me of Donald.
Honestly speaking, I would not smash myself either.
I guess I can see where you're coming from. I'll place him into the pass tier for now then. Now we have the Vanguards.
Now, when it comes to literal smashing, I think this guy's probably the most capable of it. I'd say smash.
Looks like to me that Donald is biased towards the strong-looking men.
Now, don't get the wrong idea here, Joe.
I mean, surely with a body like that, I think we can all agree that it's only right to place him into the smash tier.
I guess I'll go along with this one.
Now on to the bracers.
Now, I don't know about this one. He seems kind of mid. Nothing really stands out about him.
Calling people like this mid, but giving slimes the hard smash is something I'll never understand from you, Joe.
You wouldn't get it, Donald.
Now I would put him into the pass tier, but I wouldn't really rank the bracers on the same tier as the Vanguard, so I'll place him into the maybe tier.
I can agree with that.
Now what do we think of the Fatui agent?
Now imagine this. The Fatui agent uses his shadow clone jutsu to summon multiple versions of himself to give you the best gangbang of your life. Hard smash for me.
I hope you realize that the shadow clones are only just silhouettes and not actually a physical thing. I'd still smash, though.
I sometimes do wonder if you guys really mean what you say. But regardless, I'll also agree with placing him into the smash category. And now onto the female Fatui mages.
Brutal smash!
Oh, wow. You guys sure are quick with this one, but I agree as well.
Especially Mirror Maiden. Those badonkadonks can crush me any day of the week.
One of the rare times I agree with Donald here.
Now this is a weird one. What do you guys think of the fungi?
I'll give you all a solid 5 seconds to think about this.
Well, I think the fungi can be placed in brutal smash.
Hard pass. Enough said. We're moving on.
At least hear me out.
Oh, there's definitely people that will hear you out in court, I'll tell you that.
Now we have the Eremites.
Same thing as the treasure hoarders, but they're wearing desert clothing. I'd go with maybe.
Yeah, same.
Maybe tier they will go then. But what about the Eremites, but with blindfolds?
Brutal smash!
Well, that was quick. Any particular reason why?
If you used your eyes or something, you can see that these Eremites are truly top breeding material.
I would have worded that a little differently.
I actually have a blindfold fetish.
I know I shouldn't be surprised, but this guy really comes up with the weirdest shit to say sometimes.
But anyways, I also agree with you guys. Brutal smash tier it is. Now we have the automatons. But would any of you guys really smash a robot?
No, what the hell? Hard pass.
I wouldn't either, though that robot bussy does seem kind of tempting.
Joe really does like sticking his meat stick in anything, huh?
Let's just ignore what he said and place the robots into hard pass.
Agreed. Now on to the consecrated beasts.
Now I gotta say that you probably can't smash them, even if you wanted to.
But you know what they say. A hole is a hole.
They're literally a snake, a bird, and a scorpion.
I'm just kidding, of course.
Are you really, Joe?
Hard pass it is then. Now we got Vishaps. But seeing how things are going, I think we can all agree this one is a pass.
Agreed. But let's hear what Joe has to say about this one. I'm curious.
You can count me out of this one. I'm not smashing a lizard monster.
Funny how you say that, but you're okay with smashing a robot.
It's called preferences, Donald.
Okay, now we got the Whopper flower.
You know, that Whopper flower would make for a great on a hole.
It's a hard pass, Joe.
In a way, I can see what Joe is saying. I'd say it's safe to put it in at least the pass tier.
Even though I'm against this idea, I'll guess I'll place it there for now, since you two agree on it. Surely you guys would place the specters into the hard pass tier, correct?
100%. Those things must be protected.
At least we can all agree on this one. Now, last but not least, we got the Eye of the Storm.
Now hear me out. This enemy can probably give you the best sucky of your life.
I don't know about that one there, Joe.
Once again, I agree with Joe here a little. I can actually see some potential with this one.
Both of you guys are kind of messed up, you know. But I guess I'll place this one into the maybe tier, because it seems like you guys are adamant about your choices.
Hey, now look at that. We're finally done with the list.
Yes, and I'm very glad you guys decided to join me on this. But you know, I've also realized something.
What is it?
It seems we're becoming more and more degenerate as this series goes on. I think it's time to take a long break.
Yeah, in fact, things have been getting a little busy from my end. I think this is a good chance to do some catching up.
Now that you mention it, I have to go do some presidential stuff.
Like sleeping in the White House? No surprises there. But anyways, I gotta go now.
All right then. Until we meet again, boys, whenever that may be.
Goodbye, you two. Hopefully this isn't the last time we ever hear from each other.
See you guys. Here's to hoping that we find more time to go into call again soon.